After the dock incident, it seemed Karen had finally run out of normal schemes. But predictably, she found a new way to meddle. She decided that my backyard could serve as a free storage unit for HOA members. It started innocuously enough. Boxes appeared at the edge of the property, then furniture, then pallets of items stacked near the barn. By midweek, my backyard was nearly full of other people's property, all left there without permission. I received messages from neighbors warning me that Karen was orchestrating a community storage initiative. I drove down to survey the scene. Karen was there, clipboard in hand, instructing a small crew of HOA members as they unloaded yet another shipment of items. "This is perfectly legal," she insisted. "It's community property usage. You can't touch these." I shook my head, walking past the piles. "Karen, none of this is legal. You are trespassing, violating property rights, and interfering with my ability to manage my own land. Every item placed here without permission is subject to removal, and you are fully responsible for any consequences." Karen smirked, clearly thinking she had the upper hand. "The HOA has authority to designate storage for members. You can't just—" I smiled calmly. "Watch me." I had already taken preemptive measures weeks earlier. Every corner of the backyard was monitored, and I had prepped legal documentation stating that any unauthorized items on my property would be considered abandoned after a certain period. I had also arranged for an official auction to reclaim any lost space. With a few phone calls, I summoned a legal team, a licensed auctioneer, and several local deputies. Karen's smug expression faltered when she realized this storage initiative was about to be entirely reversed. By late morning, the auction began. Each box, piece of furniture, and pallet was cataloged and sold to the highest bidder. Neighbors watched in awe as the HOA's community storage vanished before their eyes. Karen attempted to intervene, shouting about unfairness, property rights, and community disruption, but the deputies reminded her firmly. The property was mine, and her interference was illegal. Her face went pale when one of the auctioned items, a large, ornate cabinet she had personally delivered, sold for a tidy sum, directly benefiting the property owner, me. Karen's plan to assert control over my backyard had completely backfired. By afternoon, every unauthorized item had been removed, the backyard restored to pristine condition, and Karen was left standing alone, humiliated, and muttering threats. The HOA distanced itself publicly, realizing that Karen's actions had once again created legal liability and public embarrassment. Later, I walked through the empty backyard, now restored to its natural beauty. The grass swayed in the breeze, livestock grazed peacefully nearby, and the barn and docks were untouched. Karen had once again attempted to assert authority over property that was not hers, only to see her plan completely undone, legally documented, and publicly exposed. As I sipped a drink on the porch, watching the sunset over the ranch, I reflected on the pattern. Karen's audacity consistently collided with preparation, foresight, and legal authority, and every time, she lost spectacularly. My property remained secure, orderly, and entirely under my control. Some people try to dominate through chaos. Karen tried, but planning, documentation, and strategic action always prevail over arrogance. My backyard, once threatened as a storage unit, had been restored, and the lesson had been delivered, once again with precision.